Hello everyone, Pallytub here. Welcome back to Gunfire Reborn. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and thank you for the incredible reception on our first episode for this game. Like I said, it flew under my radar, but so many of you guys stopped by the stream and said you picked up Gunfire after seeing that episode and you've been playing it non-stop. You're not alone. I've been playing it a lot too. All of my friends have been playing it a lot too. A lot of people are jumping on board with this game, and I thought we'd come back for episode 2. Since we last played, I unlocked all of the characters in the game, so we do have some options on the table in front of us. I think I'm going to be playing Dog in today's episode. This is Albi. And, well, he's the Gunzerker from Borderlands 2. I'm not going to be shy about it. That's exactly what he is. As we get our run underway, I've thought a lot about the formatting for this episode, so hopefully you guys like the editing this time around, too. We have the Cloud Weaver, the Bone Dragon, or the Fire Dragon. Come on, Mushu. You'll be my guy. Let's get in there. So I think rather than clearing all of these areas out and stopping to loot stuff, what I'm going to do for these YouTube runs, at least on these early levels where enemies are dying fairly quickly, is I'm going to try to be as aggressive as possible, push towards the end and get the chest at the end, and then go back and actually take the time to look at loot. That way I can edit down the downtime and show you guys exactly what I'm picking up and exactly what we're going to be using going forward. Now, for our character, we can dual wield once we pick up a second gun. We can wield 2 at the same time. The combinations for that can be very, very fun, and it looks like we're getting some upgrades for the dual wielding already. Battle tested, 50% duration for dual wielding. We also have a vault here as well. Let's jump right on in and get that reward too. So far, this dragon's holding up very, very well. We also have grenades on this character. They just do impact damage. They smash the ground. They hit hard. But we're not going to be adding any elemental effects into play with just our grenades, unless we find something weird that I'm not aware of to make that happen. Breezing through the first area, the vault cleared as well. Let's see what our reward is. The fewer bullets remaining in the magazine, the higher the weapon damage. That could be okay. I don't hate that. There's the scorching round on the ground. We have double burning weapons right now, but I think I would prefer this over the dragon, so we'll take it. This is kind of a slow firing high caliber pistol that also does some fire damage at the same time. Everything's been cleared. Let's head on to the next level. We're only a few stages away from the boss already, and this first room has a vault as well. Headshots with this thing are doing more than enough damage to take these enemies down. When I connect, thought I would get a headshot on that guy dropping down there. That didn't work out at all. I'm heading into the vault right away since it's here. Shields up, blocking some damage in the front, but he did leave. That skull of his exposed. All enemies transform into horned beetles after being defeated. I think we're going to have more reinforcements coming in from the back. I'm chucking grenades into that back corner, but every enemy we took down is still technically crawling on the ground. One more grenade will clear most of them out. The chest over in the corner gives us 20% lucky shot chance against enemies affected by elemental effects. Well, we already have an elemental gun. That's perfect. We should be able to push through the rest of this area pretty quickly. Enemies spawning on the far side. Grenadier to the left. Another one back of the room. And they're going to be jumping in from the top. That grenade does connect on at least one of them. And that spearman doesn't even get a chance to come after us. Since the previous episode, I have beaten the game one time. It was in multiplayer. I still haven't gotten that far by myself, but I'm really hoping that we can start to change that today. I saw some of the changes on the harder difficulties, and I really want to get into that quickly if I can. It sounds really, really fun. After killing an enemy or destroying an item, weapon damage increased by 50% for 6 seconds. That is beautiful. Wow, look at this, a fire sword on the ground. Now, dog can dual wield weapons if I press my E. I guess I'll show you when we enter the next area. But my friends told me that you actually can't dual wield melee weapons on this character, and I was kind of disappointed. I thought that would be really, really fun. First area cleared. We still have quite a long time on the dual wield effect as well. Now, this may not be the most ideal setup for me. I would prefer weapons where I just kind of hold it down and they continue shooting while we're dual wielding. I got stuck in some of that poison there from that Baneling that got taken down, but we're still pushing up. Dual wielding is about to go away. Merchant in the far corner. I just chucked a grenade towards him thinking he was an enemy. My bad, bud. I hope I still get a good price. These beetles walking directly into these flames aren't going to get too far. Crossbowmen falling down from above. There's a ledge up there. How many beetles do you keep up there? And the portal has been opened. There's a really nice pacing to the beginning of this game. I'm a big fan. The goblet gives us, while dual wielding, 100% weapon damage, but more ammo consumption. This is rate of fire while dual wielding, or lucky shot chance while dual wielding. I'm gonna get sharpshooter. It's gonna help us lower the cooldown a little bit. If you hit tab while you're in that menu, you can see the different categories for each of the upgrades you're getting. I really like this middle tree. It gives us some defensive traits, but it also really buffs our dual wielding duration, which can be super duper fun. Arc light on the ground, that could be fun. It would give us a lightning effect, and I can just hold down left click with this gun as well, so it should combo quite nicely with our dual wield capabilities. The peddler, 10% damage dealt for each elite or boss defeated or assisted in defeating for the entire run. Well, that's fantastic to pick up early. We have a red chest back here as well. I will take a random rare scroll, please. Dash skill gains 3 charges. Now we're moving. There's another vault here as well. This one has a boss inside, I believe. Luckily for us, our dual wielding is ready again. We start off with a bang, taking down that barrel next to the armored target. I'm not dealing any corrosion damage, so he would have been pretty tanky against me. Some crossbowmen in the back. I believe I got a ricochet there. That must have been an effect of the weapon. Here comes the boss. We're going to start our dual wield now and fill him full of the elements. I'm just going to try to dash around to his blind spot as often as I can. Those extra dash charges should allow me to play here for a pretty long time, although he does seem to be adjusting. Some ads are spawning on the far side of the room, but I'm going to do my best to just completely ignore them and focus the main threat down, because they die just like normal when the boss dies. You even get loot and everything from them. Oh, this is a cool gun, the Pupil. It's kind of like a space-age shotgun. You have to charge the shot, and then it makes the pellets closer together. Not a gun for me, though. Not for this run. Oh, are we going double kunai right now? We have a glittering, how do I see my backpack? We have a glittering as well as an arc light. Ooh. I'm gonna take Unfettered Will from the chest, I think. 2% damage increase for each. 2% damage increase for every 100 copper we have. So that'll start to add up as the run proceeds. Last area before the boss, let's push through it. This is our new glimmering weapon right now. You can see we throw it just like the arc light, but there's a firework explosion at the end of its path. I'm gonna take the early vault. Looks like another boss here. That just means we're gonna be scaling our assassination scroll, making me even stronger. I need to use electricity against this guy. That'll just eat through that blue shield of his, not the physical one, but the shield on his health bar, significantly faster. Boss has spawned, we dual wield and head in, not connecting with too much damage, but here we go. And we have a cool effect here, lightning plus fire on an enemy. Is that the confusion? I think it is. Didn't we uncover that in the previous video? Now, unfortunately, the boss himself can't be confused, but it still is going to be great when we're moving through areas. This will give me crit chance as I continue to take damage from enemies, I think, and it will continue to stack. My biggest problem with this game after playing it for a couple dozen hours is the localization. It is very hard to tell what some of these effects do. I would love to look into a bit of mod making. I'm just putting that out there. If I could figure it out, just do some very simple localization. Just plain text on these. I think it could go a long way. Spearman dropping down from the top. The lightning throwable is doing an excellent job of cutting them down to size. We also have a red chest up here. I will take the increased maximum shield. for the small cost of just $200. The peddler here not giving us any other upgrades. This is a phenomenal gun, though. The Wolf Gaze. Unfortunately, I can't afford it now. Let's keep moving. This, oh, I thought it was going to be a wave. It looks like it's not. I'm going to go ahead and dual wield for this. This is the final room, and I'm going to have plenty of time to get my cooldowns back after this. Also, those longbowmen in the corner can do some devastating damage, so I didn't want to leave them up for too long. You guys hiding over there? Come on out. Come on, don't be shy. I have a kunai for everyone. Oh, hey, big man. So, okay, maybe not you. Actually, can you come over here? Another longbowman up on the top. Now, I want to get this horse a little bit closer, if I can, and use that barrel next to him to deal some damage. Perfect. Now, we'll grenade that and try to finish him off. That was excellent. Still some more guys spawning in on the far corners of the room. Grenadier over here in the corner, doing more damage to the architecture than to me. What's inside? What do you got for me? Oh, dual wielding duration increase, 75% increase. That is fantastic. Now, as we move in on the final level, I don't think I'm going to spend any money over here upgrading. Oh, that could be fun. A big hippo on this character. I imagine that would be pretty good. But no, I'm good. We need to save some money anyway. My health is good. My ammo looks pretty sustainable right now as well. I do have a slight problem where both of my weapons are using the same ammunition type. They're both using blue. And I don't have any way of regenerating ammo just yet, although there are some talents for that littered around in here. So let's hope we don't run out, huh? Bring it on, big man. I've learned a little bit about this boss since the last time we played. Of course, I need to line of sight this. Let me go ahead and start berserking right now. Try to get some damage in. You can completely dodge those lasers just with a quick dash to the side without incurring any damage. I think I was a little too close there. We got hit by that slam. We are cutting through his health very quickly. That exposed weak spot in the middle is pretty easy to hit from here. I didn't even want to dodge. I knew I had it, and look at that DPS already on round one. We took that boss down like it was nothing. Overwhelming shield. Okay, so our shield will always be recovering, but it's at a slower rate. Normally, you have to get out of combat in order for that to start. Lucky ammo, or after killing an enemy, 75% more damage for 6 seconds. I will take that. I think I'm gonna take these thunderclap gloves on the ground. This is basically like a beam that shoots enemies. I don't know if it'll really benefit my character a ton. I wanted to diversify my ammo type a little bit. I didn't want to do 2 blues. And the other option on the ground was the Star Devourer. I just do not vibe with how you reload this gun. You have to stop shooting in order for the bullets to come back. And quite frankly, dog shoots all of the time. I don't want to stop shooting. Why would I ever stop shooting? Welcome to the desert. Take a drink and rest. I have a question about the wells here, or really anywhere you rest at the start of a run. If I'm in multiplayer, would that reset my down timer? You know what I mean? Every time I die, the timer gets a little quicker, like the time my friends have to res me. Does that help mitigate that at all? I was doing a run last night and it kind of seemed like it, but I wasn't sure. We're gonna start gunzerking in the first room. Bandits coming up from the high ground. We already know we're afraid of them. And yes, we are indeed applying that confusion effect with our current setup. We saw it set in on that bandit there. I'm gonna keep pushing towards the back. We still have quite a long duration on this dual wield for the time being. I don't even know what took that bandit down, or at least I think he died. Corrosive barrel there. We'll get some damage spreading. Bandits in the back. The nice thing about these weapons is there's like no fall off range. So if I see an enemy, I can start putting some damage into him. The gunzerking did end. I don't know what it's actually called in this game. So I apologize if that's confusing. Please forgive me if that's confusing. We have a weapon upgrader on the left side as we continue to push in. Desert coyote spawning in close, and I got hit by an explosion of my own there. Good lightning on this guy, but more enemies coming in from the right. We almost have a Gunzerk again, and I'm gonna send it. We also have some options for getting some like really good cheap deaths for while we're Gunzerking like this. If we take lethal damage instead, we just heal for like half of our health bar, depending on some of the upgrades we may find. Big Arsonist moving in on the right. We don't want him to get too close to us. I don't normally use electric weapons like this, a shock weapon like this. It's kind of nice to cut through their defenses so quickly. For those big Arsonists as well, you can get behind them and shoot their fuel canister that they use for that flamethrower that they're wielding, and you can blow them up and cause gigantic chain reactions as well. That's always super satisfying to see. The chest at the end is going to offer up. I'll probably take... reload time wouldn't be bad. When the remaining ammo in the magazine is 30% or less, it does more damage. I wouldn't mind a faster reload time. We don't have any way of mitigating reloads yet, so that could improve the flow of our character quite a lot. I'm not going to pick up that sniper either. Going back and looting. We did have a vault back here in the very first room. I'm not seeing too many drops on the ground node. Not very many pickups at all. This is yet another boss, which is excellent for our assassination scroll. We're going to continue to scale our damage up. Get back, little buddy, get back. I actually think I prefer our lightning glove at this point. This thing chunks some damage out. Now, one thing I think I was doing wrong in the previous run was upgrading my guns too early. The fact of the matter is, on the last couple of biomes, you're going to find way more better weapons. Here we go. We're popping the Berserking right now. Good damage into the side of his head. I'm going to try to get behind him here and just play in his blind spot using our dashes yet again. That looks like a big slam. I jumped. I don't know if I was supposed to, and I've run out of ammo with the glove. The glove is officially spent. We might get a little more back here, though. Where's my chest? Over in the corner. So am I out of green ammo? I don't even know what the glove uses. When reloading, there's a 33% chance of not consuming reserve ammo. Whoa. Yes, we will definitely take that. Magic magazine. Fantastic. Oh yeah, I was getting really low on green, huh? We're halfway through the desert already as we load into stage 2. I'm gonna stick with the fire kunai for the time being, but even against enemies that don't have any defenses, we're seeing it kind of not performing super well. I do want to replace this soon. I just haven't found anything good just yet. We do have an enemy spawning up on the high ground that I desperately need to take down, so we're just going to make sure that we go in with the best possible odds using both of our weapons at the same time. Bandit in the back takes aim on me, but can't get too many shots off. Peddler on the left side makes up for the fact that there wasn't a peddler on the previous level. Nothing good, bro. Nothing. This star ring is a very interesting weapon. Oh, I see. There's a little symbol. Does that icon on these weapons mean I can't dual wield them? I just noticed that. I learn every day, dude. I learn every day. All right, pushing forward again. Let me... Oh, I did almost miss a vault here. I would have gone back and checked anyway, but we might as well do it since we're standing right next to it. The Berserking was going on that entire time, which is a little odd, but let's just fall back. Enemies are going to turn into those small little guys and try to rush me down after we kill them, so let's try to be mindful of that. Looks like our ammo for the glove is totally fine again, so I'm going to start laser beaming some enemies down from afar. This thing's basically a sniper rifle. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that damage. That's just fucking disgusting. That's so good. Bandit Hermit in the back, too. They don't even stand a chance. Is this what all electricity weapons feel like? Am I just not used to shredding shields? It feels pretty good. Arsonist coming in. I might consider dual wielding for this if he gets too much closer. We are almost out of ammo again. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're okay. Everything's fine. Just send some damage their way. We're good. Little thing just broke my shields behind me. Remember, our shields are always regenerating, though. And the glove is once again out of ammunition. Few enemies still holding on for dear life. We're almost done, though. That bandit on the high ground gets taken down. This charger comes down off the high ground right behind me, but we actually confused him into attacking his friends. And let me tell you, that guy's damage is absolutely nuts. If I can make him focus someone else, that's absolutely what I want to do. That armor of his is still holding on, and he pulled out some kind of cannon to just hit me dead in the chest. Let me try to take down this rogue villain next to him. Once we get through those shields, the HP drops fast because of the flames, and we see the exact same thing happening again. Inside the chest, we find gain immunity to slows. Yeah, okay. And less damage taken from traps. That's not too bad. It's wild how many bullets I'm going through with this gun. I just picked up nearly 500 shots again, and I just keep going through them like crazy. The fire rate on this thing is nuts. All right, let's continue the push forward. Ooh, nice bone archway there. That's pretty atmospheric. I'm just gonna start with a dual wield. Why not? Send the damage down range. If I'm using ammo for both of my weapons, theoretically, if I'm putting damage into targets, that means I'm using less of the blue one, right? That's my logic. That's my logic. Warm up on the high ground. We need to make sure that they don't stay up there too long. That could be a lot of damage coming in from the side. The next area is already here. I see some enemies line of sight me. Bandit in the middle. Get some quick damage on him. These dogs are too close. Merchant upgrader on the left side there. Weapon upgrader on the left side. Worm taken down. Our damage feels really high pushing through these guys, but the dual wielding did end. Rogue villain spawning in front of me. Our laser takes care of those shields so quickly. Hey, big guy, stay back. I don't use my grenades very much on this guy, but he does have an entire grenade tree as well that can make them do some astonishingly high damage. Didn't know this guy was behind me. He rolled very high on his stealth check. 2 chargers running for me now as well. And look at that. We already used 500 shots on that glove again. I was not exaggerating. Our shields are regenerating, but if this guy catches up to me, our health is going to take a big hit. We do have dual wielding again. Let me focus some damage into it, but we don't have any shots in the glove. Now, even though we don't, there we go, we just got some ammo back. Even though we don't have any shots, there's still a case to dual wield here, depending on the talents that you found. Because simply by dual wielding, dog can deal some pretty hefty damage. Is that another kunai? Well, I believe it is. We've used all of them so far. Let's go ahead and pick this one up too. This is the corrosive one. I believe with lightning and corrosion, if we combine those elements, ooh, that seems really fun. Unleash potential. During dual wielding, gain 3% weapon damage and 1% lucky shot, stacking up to 20 times as long as I continue to shoot. And we'll lose stacks when we stop shooting. If I can combine both of these elements onto a single enemy, the corrosion and the electricity, we should see a damage over time effect form. And from what I understand, it can melt bosses. For this red chest, we are going to get rid of an occult scroll, potentially. I don't think there's anything I'm too crazy about getting rid of. We can, sure, I'll pass over my gain immunity from slows. I don't think I need that. Watch, I'm going to. We got some copper for it though, so we can invest that in our future. And remember, each $100, $200 we have is also a damage increase as well. The boss is up after this. Enemy leaves corrosive explosions when they die. Look at that. We are definitely gonna need to keep our distance. I've never seen that effect before. Whoa. Whoa, one-hit kill on the archer at the top. Oh, this ice spear is so sick. This ice spear is so good. I can't use it right now. It doesn't really work with my dual wielding. I also don't think I want that scroll at all. Let me go ahead and drop that. I hate those scrolls where it's like, we use more ammo for this, but less for that. I just want to shoot my guns. I don't think we need to make that any more complicated than it already is. Oh, big boy spawning back there. I thought the path was up top. I was mistaken. Luckily for us, we do have a corrosion weapon now, so that armor that they have will be taken away quickly. And because we still have that lightning weapon, we can shred shields as well and get straight to the real health bar of every enemy we start shooting at. or take them down with a single kunai to the face, I guess, if you're a bandit. The next way opened up. This looks like a pretty cool building. I definitely want to get high ground here quickly if I can. We're halfway to our dual wield again. Oh, bandits on the low ground. That's not a bad thing for me. Being up here gives me the opportunity to conceal a lot of my hitbox just by taking steps back. That's why high ground is so advantageous in video games, just in case you didn't know. I have so much more cover than these guys down there. However, the dude on the other high ground does have a little to say about that. We're not one-shotting this guy, but we did just get into a snipe off. And my movement's a little bit better than his, I guess. Dual wielding for the bandit. I don't want him to charge me down. Beautiful damage, but we got chunked pretty hard too, and I don't even know from where. That must have been something from the side. Another bandit spawning in front of us. Let's get damage on him quick. Eat through that armor. He does get taken down. And Coyote's following me up from the low ground. That's where they were coming from. We do have a bandit up top. We take him down, open the portal to the boss, and collect ourselves. This is really good. During the dual wield, recover 30% of your max HP when taking lethal damage 2 times. Red chest that we missed up on. Pay 800 for a legendary scroll. Sure. Hopefully it's something good. 25% elemental damage when triggering an elemental effect. It will be passed to nearby enemies as well. Dang. Oh, missed a vault here as well. Another boss. I feel so lucky that we found that assassinate, and then almost all of our vaults have been boss focused as well. Meaning we're really stacking up quite a lot of damage at this point. I think that's where a lot of our power is coming from, to be honest with you. Same guy, same plan. We just need to get behind him and try to play in his blind spot if we can. Electricity on him will provide that huge damage over time effect. And now I think I might be able to just kite backwards and maybe throw some grenades. I was today years old when I found out those grenades do bounce, but that was a pretty clean kill. Oh, here we go. This thing is so good. So is this, by the way. But this will solve all of our ammunition problems. Recovers 5 reserve ammo per second. While dual wielding, it doubles the amount. So while I'm just sitting around here, you should see, look at that over on the right, our normal ammo starting to just climb on its own. We never have to worry about ammo ever again. I just got a scroll that reduces my damage when I'm standing still, my damage taken when I'm standing still. Secondary skill can be used a number of times. No, I never want to hurt myself by using an ability. This seems fantastic. It's an execute on normal enemies as well as bosses. Final judgment. Dang, I think that's going to be strong. Back through the portal, and we're about to see some revenge. The boss is the land shark again. The same creature who ended our run last time. I have a feeling things are going to go a little bit better for us this time. Number one, he has armor, I believe, so our corrosive kunai will pierce right through that. But my damage is pretty good. My damage is really good. All right, we're going to try to play close, start the dual wield right. Oh my God! Does he have weak spots anywhere that I might be able to hit? Dude, we just passed phase 1 so fast. I've never been through phase 1 that quick. He's already trying to spawn in ads to distract us. We can also hit him while he's moving around like this as well. He is not immune to damage now. We've already gone into the ranged phase, and look at that. Look at that, we're exploding all of the poison before it can even come near us. Dang, that's the fastest I've ever seen that boss die. I've only killed that boss by myself 1 other time. Jeez. -1 second for all remaining cooldowns on hit. Does that mean when I get hit or when I hit other people? Because that seems fantastic. Let's go with the sustained fire, level 3, max that out. We also have another prism. Oh, with a Gemini effect as well. This is a direct upgrade over what we already have. That Gemini effect can roll a few different things, and we didn't pick one up last time, so I'm going to take a second and just make sure that we appreciate this weapon. Weapon 1 and 2 share their elemental advantages. There's a chance to apply the elemental effect from the other weapon. I don't think that's particularly useful for me, considering I can already shoot 2 weapons and I'm already getting the double elemental effect on enemies, but these Gemini effects can carry a run. Well, for the first time here on YouTube, let's enter the 3rd biome. It's beautiful here. There's a nice fire. There's a nice portal. And, you know, catfish men. These guys should... Oh, get out of the sky. None of that. None of that. None of that flying. We're going to set that down right now. You're grounded. These catfish men basically are supercharged versions of the bandits that we were already fighting last time. On my run last night, these guys were one-shotting me, so I need to make sure that I'm Oh, God, that's an octopus. Our damage is phenomenal, though. That octopus is usually super tanky, super armored, and very difficult to take down. We cut right through him. Wow, this is going to get intoxicating. I don't know if I can get used to this. I don't know if I can get used to this amount of power. Some enemies on the high ground here. Let's swap over to our lightning one, since they do seem to have some shields. Cap is in the sky. Let's make sure they fall down before they do too much damage. And a vault on the left. I see you back there, catfish man. I'm going to dual wield again and try to focus the octopus on the high ground. There's that dot effect, so I'm going to move to a different target, because he'll die on his own. You see that? We didn't even have to hit him there. He'll get taken care of. In order to go forward, we have to use that lift, but I'm actually going to fall back to this for another boss. I cannot believe the luck. I cannot believe the luck with these bosses. These monks can teleport in, and I think when they do, they actually do like some lifesteal or something, some kind of channel into you. That's pretty gnarly. The beam's taking down the Kappas pretty fast. Is there a boss? Oh, God. Dual wield for these guys. They're very tanky, and if they get close to you, those clubs hit super duper hard. Octopus on the far side. Let's make sure we focus him down. Did you see that chain that just passed in front of me? Well, oh, God, we dodged it again. That's coming from the great white sharks over on this side. Was there a boss? Did I miss it? Did I look at the door wrong? Maybe I looked at the door wrong. That's certainly possible. Damage dealt while in the air. Lucky shot chance resets after triggering a lucky shot. After dealing damage to an enemy, skill damage is increased. I'll take this Ninja's Discipline for the lucky shot chance. Also help myself to another level of expert. I don't even think we need it. I'm going to take Golden Comeback. That's going to give us more cheat deaths while we're in that dual wielding state. I like having ammo all the time. That's very nice. That's very, very nice. I am kind of slowing down and making sure that I'm looking at every weapon now. I know I'm cutting out a lot of the downtime, but I'm trying to make sure that if I do see an enticing Gemini effect on the ground, that I treat myself to it. Unfortunately, nothing's comparing to the damage we're putting out with this glove so far. Still very pleased with it. The cap is on the high ground, dealing a lot of damage. We're going to dual wield again for the octopus. I cannot stress how surprised I am with how fast I'm taking these enemies down. Granted, I have been playing this game in almost exclusively multiplayer, so maybe I'm used to the 4-player health scaling. By the way, I do want to have some videos showing that off as well. I think the co-op in this game is one of the shining parts of it. Maybe we'll recruit Holly for some co-op here pretty soon. There was actually a time where, she's not anymore, but Holly was a higher level than me in this game. She's been playing it behind the scenes too and really enjoying it. Like I said, everyone I've talked to about this game has just had nothing but good things to say about it. Octopus coming down from the high ground. Let's get some damage on his head if we can. Might have to swap over to the kunai just to eat through that armor a little bit. He's being pretty passive and not focusing me so far. I don't know how long that's going to continue. I actually heard his gun start to shoot right now. It's like a bubble minigun. I'm just lucky we're in line of sight for it. I'm not gonna move back. Oh, I saw the elemental explosion thing. That scroll we got that was sharing the damage. I saw it happening there. It reapplied the corrosion on the octopus on the high ground. That was beautiful. Just over there in the corner. Ow! Ow! So that was all of my shields and a third of my health with a single arrow from one of those catfish warriors. Like I said, those guys are so dangerous. Our chest is, while dual wielding, 100% more damage, but also 100% more ammo. That's totally, double the duration of dual wielding. While dual wielding, every 20 ammo consumed is plus 2 seconds. That's very good. I still need to swap my weapon, so I don't think we're shooting enough for that. I've never used this before. It's called a Crimson Fire Scale. It is going to give us fire damage, which is going to change up our elemental combos a little bit. After killing 5 enemies, bullets will home in on nearby enemies' weak points. That feels fantastic. And that's a 10-second duration, too. It has a really good rate of fire and a chance to deal corrosion explosions as well. Maybe because it has a chance, I swap out the kunai, but no, I think we need to upgrade that weapon. I don't know what this shoots like. It looks like I do have to reload it like normal. Sure, let's use this. Halfway through the 3rd biome now, all enemies transform into exploding lanterns when they die. Fantastic. I'm just gonna start the dual wield off and throw some damage our friend's way. I believe the fire corrosive combo, Jesus, we are doing a lot of damage, is an explosion, like a small AoE around the initial target, meaning that if enemies are grouped up while we're dual wielding now, they're gonna blow up together pretty quickly. I've never seen my damage quite this high before. I've never been able to melt through enemies this fast. This is unnerving for me. I don't know if I can get used to it. I don't know if I can go back. Wow, the white shark was 2 seconds. I hit him with 2 fucking bullets there. That's all that was. We are very low on damage. Notice I just got healed a lot. That was our dual wielding bonuses coming in and saving me. That was that regen that we have. It looks like I'm pumping enough damage to maintain the dual wield for quite a long time. See, that duration just got reset. We're full duration dual wield again, which means I'm gonna be able to clear out entire areas under this effect the entire time. Bro, that is good. That is really good. This is going even better than I could have imagined for this run. I hope you guys are enjoying it. White shark spotting it behind me again. Let's focus him down. Monk on the high ground gets taken down, and we just unlocked the rainbow arch for killing monks. Wow. That was like 10 seconds. We fully cleared this area. After killing an enemy or destroying an item, negative 20% damage taken, and we start to heal. Wow. There was a crystal back here that dropped us a scroll. Consume all secondary skill count when you reach the upper limit, and then it increases our weapon damage. Oh, that actually seems really good for us. I'm not really relying on our grenades for much of anything. It's like there was one vault, again, with the same symbol on it. You guys got any bosses in here? Oh, they're trying to hold down the docks. I don't think that's gonna work out for you. Oh my God, our damage is disgusting. Holy crap. Oh, there he is up there. Come on down, bud. His armor was half gone before he even hit the ground. Holy. Oh, hold on a second here. Let's compare. Our Gemini on the Crimson Fire Scale matches the one on this. So they're going to get a big crit chance bonus and a big stability bonus if I start using these. This gives us the lightning fire combination. So armor might be a small issue, but with how high our damage is, I really doubt that. Now, with our weapon setup, you can see the Gemini is now activated, and we're getting bonuses from both weapons that we are holding. This is so cool. I guess I'm going to get persistent, reduce damage taken for the health that I'm missing. We shouldn't be that should be that big of a deal. Our defensives seem pretty good. Last level before boss. Let's see if it goes the same. Now, this gun does have a bit of travel time with its shots, so fighting enemies at a super long distance might be a bit of an issue, but dude, we're like two-shotting some of these enemies now. That is ridiculous. With just one of my guns, we're two-shotting some of these guys now. The umbrellas around here can be a bit difficult to deal with in normal runs for me, but they die so fast right now, it doesn't even matter. Oh shit, ancient lobster. Well, you trained, you lived a long time, all for that, bud. Oh, that's unfortunate. Moving on to the next area, we still have our Gunzerking continuing, so we might as well. Look at that reset, it's full duration again. I've never been this strong on dog before. Holy crap. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's push to the back. Let's remember I have so many charges of sprint. Big octopus in the back corner. That armor is a little more resilient than it used to be. I did notice. Quick reload for our guns. We are in a little danger there as 3 of the arrow guys were looking towards us, but we're fine. Great damage on that club guy in the far right. And that monk stepped up too close to me. I think he was trying to suck the blood out of me. Too bad his head is so big. It's like almost impossible to not get headshots on that dude. Come on down, bud. Oh, the right click on this gun's cool too. I can set it up in front of me and then... Okay. Don't get too cocky, kid. I can set it up in front of me, and then if I shoot through it, like shoot through this ball, it deals additional damage to enemies on the other side. It's a cool effect. Like you're sitting up your own buck. Jeez! Ancient crab on the high, ancient lobster on the high ground. Hold on, we're falling back. This lightning gun's not quite cutting it for him. Maybe I was getting a little too cocky. I could dual wield again, so we have our survivability back in place as well. Capital on the high ground taking a bunch of damage from us, but we're taking a bunch of damage at the same time. We just died there, but our cheat death kept us in the game. That can happen one more time, and my health is low. It might happen soon. Another monk behind us. We were surrounded on all sides, and more of the club guys coming down from above. Are we chilling? I think we're on the other side of it, but there's still combat music. Oh. You were just hanging out by the beach, huh? You were like, fuck this, I'm gonna take a vacation. Chest gives us lucky shots. Lucky shots are basically like double crits, I think, and increasing our chance of doing that while dual wielding when we already have the duration bonuses seems like it's gonna be pretty good. Rare scroll while moving faster, you take less damage. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this fire scale. It's probably what we're gonna be using at the end, so I'll go ahead and invest some money into that. What we're about to see is the second boss that you can unlock here in this biome. After you beat up one boss a couple of times, you usually unlock a variant that you can go up against after that. Makes replayability a lot higher. You never really know exactly what you're walking into. However, it's very difficult, so let's hope our damage can carry us. Hey, what a pretty snake. Wait a minute. Why are there so many snakes? Because it's a fucking Hydra. That's why I gotta get out of his way. We're gonna dual wield and shoot the gills. That's the weak spot. That's what we are aiming for. I don't know what most of these attacks mean. I don't know what the animations are trying to tell me. There are some tails coming out of the ground here. I'm just gonna shoot the scales. Quick dash to the side to try to avoid that. We don't get out of the way in time. Okay, dashing back. We're good. You guys know you're dead, right? You're still attacking. I really mean it. My damage has never been this high before. This is kind of nuts. This is ridiculous. Skill damage when it hits an enemy with more than 70% HP. After using a weapon skill, weapon damage and skill damage increased. Oh, if I just throw a grenade, it'll actually increase my weapon damage here. That seems good. Goblet also giving us faster reload time after killing that boss. We do have some good options for guns on the ground. There's an Illusion 10 here, which I think could be fantastic. You are able to re-roll Gemini effects. So I might take this. The rate of fire after killing an enemy sounds so good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to make this work with our build. We're not ending our run here. We are going to the final scene. And the final scene is very, very hard. Also, things start getting wild here. Hang on. So we only have 2 areas we have to get through. We're going to be fighting some penguins. Oh, yeah, this illusion, bro. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can re-roll my Gemini effect before this gets too crazy. These snipers here, I don't fully understand what they do, but that single shot there took rid of all of my shields and a little bit of my health as well. We just happen to be regenerating so much that it wasn't that big of a deal. However, when they're all lining the countryside, that can be a big, big problem. So for the Gemini, I went to Reforge. There we go. Cost a little bit of money, but we made it happen. Now they share their crit chance, which should make this illusion even more ridiculous. That should be fantastic. Now, I don't believe you can place a Gemini effect on a weapon that doesn't have one already, but as you saw there, it's not that hard to cycle through the various effects if you're trying to target farm a particular one, or target a particular one for your build after you find a Gemini on the ground in the first place. Quick reload here as we continue to push up the countryside. I don't even need my dual wield, but let's go ahead and start sending it because we don't know who's watching on the outskirts. That could have been a lot worse if that was a sniper up there. Speaking of which, sniper directly in front of us. These bears, their weak point is actually like their lower abdomen. So shoot them right there and they die pretty fast. Very easy to hit when you have an illusion that's just spraying bullets in front of you all the time. Berserking still holding strong. I guess there is no reason to hold on to it when we do have the duration increases like we do right now. I'm gonna try to hold left side here. There's a lot of enemies on the right. I'm pretty afraid of that. Sniper bullets coming our way. Let's make sure we line of sight those. I have a very friendly rock here. Very friendly rock. I'd like to continue to play around while I can. That sniper just vanished and repositioned somewhere else. Let's keep pushing. Gunners on the low ground right next to that corrosive barrel. Don't mind if I do. Monkeys coming in close, but we take them down quick as well. I believe our illusion has a chance to make enemies explode with a corrosion effect. Or I may have gotten that a little wrong. There it is. Yes, one of my guns definitely do. Sniper on the high ground repositioning, but not far enough. Another one there. Even though our shotgun is supposed to be close range, we're throwing down so many bullets that it doesn't even matter. Now you might be asking yourself, what's this blue beam on the right side of the screen right now, Pally? You know, the beam connecting to all of these enemies. Great observation. It's a fucking flying saucer. I've never killed a saucer that fast. Wow. Just obliterated that thing. It will basically hover over the area and heal up enemies, sustaining them, keeping them alive, keeping them moving. And it forces you, in most cases, to focus down that UFO, that mothership, so fast. I'm actually astonished how high our damage is because I was able to kill people through that healing effect. I have never been able to do that before. Vault I passed up. Looks like another boss. Fantastic for our damage. Uh-oh. I have a sneaking suspicion that this boss may be a sniper, though. And I don't understand how this boss works. Maybe we can start to piece that together. Okay, I'm just gonna dual wield and pump. So he just split into 3. This one seems like it's taking less damage. Is that the real one? Is that the one I should... Sometimes I... Oh, so easy. Sometimes I fight this boss and he splits into 3 and then like you kill one of the 3 and then it just reforms and... My God, we are strong this run. I can't believe how easy that was. +1 maximum HP for every enemy you kill within 7 meters. Holy moly. Unfortunately, we're not going to have long to stack that up because this is the final area before the final boss. Let's start the dual wield early and try to push through. These guys have a hefty shield. It looks like a little bit of ice was protecting them. Oh, yeah, a glacial barrier. Every enemy is going to have that. So I have to break through that barrier before our damage will even stick to these guys. That has taken down some of my burst damage potential, that is for sure. That enemy approaching in front of us there was a mounted penguin. You have to either target the penguin or target the mount down in order to separate them. I think that's such a cool enemy. Well, the walruses are proving to be very resilient, pushing up the stairs and meeting me head on. Those guys could definitely push in a clear room with that shield they have on them now. I saw some snipers way back, but it might be a second before I can really move up and put some pressure on them. We need to make sure we're approaching where I can easily get line of sight to dodge. Lucky that tree on the left is there. That did help out quite a lot. Sniper's taken down and the next area is opening up. After a dash, we do a bolt of lightning behind us, so we can theoretically apply 2 elements again if we do this right. So I would just need to dash back and they get shocked. You see that? Kind of cool. So that's a way of providing an elemental effect without even you needing to pick up an elemental gun for it, which I think can be very strong. Oh, you guys don't have the shield anymore, do you? We're in a new section of this area, it looks like. All of a sudden, our beautiful damage is back to normal. The gun zerking is still continuing, so I'm going to keep pushing forward. Mount coming down on the right. We focus it down and actually kill the rider at the same time because the illusion has such a big spread. They can't even get close. Our duration is getting low. Can I keep it up? No, I can't. It does fall off, which means this could be deadly. Let's focus down the flying saucer first. I'm going to keep my body to the right here. I saw a sniper further down. We want to line of sight that guy as long as we can. Thought he was a little closer to that barrel. Oh, okay, that's looking pretty sketchy. We almost have dual wield. Let's go. Perfect damage. Ramp up the illusion. Get that fire rate stacked and keep pushing forward. Ooh, snipers in the back. Oh, God, snipers everywhere. Okay. We're going to have to commit. I'm going to push right side. I think one of the snipers actually teleported onto the low ground. That was huge for me. And this area has been cleared. That means only the final boss remains. This is going so much better than I ever expected it to. I'm so pleased. If you guys are still watching, you're an absolute legend. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out a ton. I'm still open for any kind of tips, tricks, anything you can provide down in the comments as well. Or if you're just enjoying the run, let me know why. Let me know what's exciting about it. I'm going to do this vault. I don't expect this to be a challenge whatsoever. Snipers on the high ground actually might be a challenge. I can't really get to this one above me, but that damage does eventually connect. Our duration is looking pretty low on the berserking. It did just fall off. I'm going to try to push the high ground to take this sniper down too. Even though we're really strong right now, we still have, like, enemy priorities, right? We have target priorities that we have to adhere to. If I just started killing these small trash without paying attention to that guy around the corner, it just simply would not work. I saw some comments on the first video saying the enemies didn't look like they were doing enough. Well, on the harder difficulties, we'll start to see more effects like this much more often, I believe, and we'll have to start playing around them much more as well. So don't worry, friend. There's always more to come. Vault has been cleared. This is going to be likely our final upgrade before going through. And our ammo capacity gets doubled. That means absolutely nothing for me. We're full ammo all the time anyway because of our talents. I'm going to buy this brief respite. It's going to give us some damage immunity every time we reload. It's not going to be all the time or anything, but it's nice to have. I'm also going to go over here and pump damage into this illusion. I feel as though it's probably dishing out the most damage right now. In order to get to the last boss, we have to go to the Jade Summit. I've never faced this guy alone, ever. I don't know what to expect from my damage. It seems good. Now, here's the problem. He's extremely mobile. He's going to be dashing after me all of the time, and I have to get out of the way. I'm going to start berserking right now just to protect my health a bit more. He's moving back to a capsule to try and get a buff, I think. You see that meter underneath his health? Holy shit, we are doing so much damage. That meter gives him different elemental bonuses the more he charges up. You see, he just unlocked something right now. I don't know what that something actually is. Okay, now we have to dodge the balls here. We can continue to deal damage while this is going on. I just wanted you to see the effect. You kind of have to dash horizontally in order to dodge them. And here he goes. He's charging up right now. He moved his head away from me, so I can't crit it. I have to break through these shields, or he is going to power up. I want you to see it. I just want you to know I could have done it. Our damage is ridiculous. So you're incentivized to kill them there, but if you don't, the fight isn't over, he just goes into hyperdrive. You see all of those elemental effects that he just got. He's going to be using all of them against us. He's going to be dashing towards us all of the time. And we have to use our dashes to get away in every opportunity that we can. That would have sucked if I lost. We still had some damage immunities in there, but that's what a full run looks like. As far as I know, you don't add any more onto this. This is what a full run of Gunfire Reborn comes down to. I thoroughly enjoyed Dog. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed watching us push through this. I don't know why they drop guns there and ammo there if it's over, but we're heading back to the inn. Final stage completed. Highest damage with a single shot was 26,000. Wait, what was my damage for the run? Normally in co-op it shows you the exact number of damage everyone did. I'm sure I was in the like tens of millions. I wanted to see it though. It's okay. I'll just make sure I look next time. This is what my talent tree looks like now. As you can see, I've been dedicating quite a lot of points into making Dog better. All damage increased by 50% while dual wielding. Good Lord, we didn't even have that. It could have been even more ridiculous. That's going to do it for today's video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it sincerely. If you did, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and you'll be seeing more of this game right here on this channel very soon.